All right. So, hi everybody. I figured I would do a video on my take of this whole Yo Gotti and the baby drop video because I've seen a couple of videos on it recently here on YouTube, and basically the complaint was that there was a lack of representation of dark-skinned women in the video, and that the video basically consisted of, Latin women, racially ambiguous women, light-skinned women, and whatnot, right? First and foremost, the song is complete and utter trash. This is the first song of that guy with the baby that I've ever heard. The Yo Gotti. I've never heard anything from any of these people ever. This is the first time I've actually heard like an actual song. I've heard of the baby months back when I did that whole Danny Lee video, and everybody was talking about him and Danny Lee, and then he ended up dumping her ass and whatever. So I did do a video on that like months back. So I did hear of him, but I never heard any of his music. So I forced myself to listen to it, to watch the video. The song is trash and the video is even trashier. Now, first and foremost, to me, this is not a win for Latin women, for light-skinned women, for racially ambiguous women. This is a complete L for us and for our image. And I find it so strange, the fact that there were women, dark-skinned women, I guess, who were complaining about lack of representation of dark-skinned women within this type of video. Meanwhile, way back in my day, in the 90s, when there were videos like this, which this type of video is not new. Basically, videos were just, women shaking their asses and stuff like that. We saw that all throughout the 90s, but instead of light-skinned women, ambiguous women, Latin women, the women in the video were black women, or just darker skinned women, point blank period. That's all you saw. Occasionally you would see a sprinkle of a light skinned woman here or there, but back in that time, especially in the 90s, no, that's not what you saw. It was predominantly black women, dark skinned women. And at that time there were women who were heavily protesting against these things, and they were very vocal about it, and they used to shame these rappers, and they used to write long articles, and they used to, get into arguments with some of these rappers and say, they were like, enough is enough. Like, we're tired of being represented in this degrading way. So now to hear the opposite, like, why aren't you degrading us? It's like, whoa, that's like a huge step backwards from what I'm used to, from my time, right? So basically now the women that are on the forefront of all this stuff is lighter skinned women, Latin women. So now it's the same type of video. It's just different looking women. Now the argument that other people were using that I heard was that this guy, the baby, is a colorist, and stuff like that. And I don't think he is. He may be. I don't think he is. I think the guy likes to troll. I think a lot of these rappers like to troll. And I think that they like to do things to get a rise out of these women, because they know that that's going to work. They know that it's going to get a rise out of dark-skinned women, just out of people, period, doing these types of videos. That's what gets their name circulating. That's what gets people talking about them. That's what gets people clicking on their videos, clicking on their songs, and I guess keeping an interest in them as an artist. So to me, I think that's why he does what he does. Because the guy doesn't seem to treat any skin tone of woman with any high regard, from what it seems like. So, he treated Danny Lee like crap. He has a baby mom who is a darker skinned young lady, and it doesn't seem like he treats her that good either. So I really don't see that this guy has any type of preference. Okay, I think the preference that he has is just for himself, and that's it. Not like most of these guys do. These rappers and in the industry and whatnot. There was one darker skinned girl that I saw. Now, I don't know if there was more than this. Is the only one that I remember, and I honestly I don't want to keep watching this video over and over. It's just bad. Like, oh, I don't want to stare at these freaking chicks and hear this terrible ass song on top of it. At least if the song was good, I'd be like, okay, I could at least listen to the song. But it's a combination of a bad song and a bad video. And, there was one darker skin. I'll show you the screenshot that I took of her. And funnily enough, I found it very weird that they chose her at the end of the video. She was giving the only darker skinned girl. She happened to be the one giving a lap dance to this random white guy. Now, this white guy, I don't know who he is. I took a screenshot of it. And unfortunately, with the way the video is set up, there's this little square thing here on the right hand side where it shows like a list of other videos. I could not get that off for the life of me. I wanted to, just so this way you could kind of see that it is that girl. But you guys can go look at the video for yourself and you can see what it is that I'm talking about. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if this white guy is a rapper. I don't know if he's a producer. I don't know who he is. But he looks so awkward in the video. And, I found it kind of funny that's how the director chose to do it. Like, he chose to have, the darkest woman being giving this dude a lap dance. I did find that very strange. Other than that, like, I really don't have anything else to say about this. This is not a win for any of us lighter skinned women. This is not a win for Latin women. This is a huge loss for Latin women. I would hope that in the future that we're not going to keep seeing stuff like this, that this is not going to be like the new thing now. Now we're going to be, the face of being degraded. I don't think any women should be degraded, but I guess that's really going to be up to us women to fight back. If we start to see things like this more and more, we start to have a problem with it, then it's going to be our job as lighter skinned women, Latin women, to fight against it. That's really all it is. It's going to be up to us to be like, hey, we got to protest against this, that we have to put our foot down and be like, this is not the image that we want. This is not the way that we want to be represented. So on and so forth. So that's ultimately going to be up to us. And also it's going to be up to the women that are going to be voluntarily wanting to be in these positions. You got that too. So it's like, what do you do with stuff like that, unfortunately? Anyhow, I think I'm going to keep this brief. I don't really think I have anything else to say about it. This is just going backwards for women. This is the same. What is it with rap videos? Rap videos have like barely any of these rap videos have any imagination, I swear. There's like just no creativity. Even if, let's say, it was like the ass shaking, right? Like, they could have the ass shaking component, but at least have some type of creativity, have something else other than being at a pool, at a beach, and just shaking, and that's it. Like, and that's all they do. There's like no creative thought at all, no artistic thought. You know what I mean? Like, why it's like, ugh, it's like you see the same video, the same types of videos over and over and over again. God, like, no imagination. Anyhow, I think that's enough. I'm gonna go for now, and I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Take it easy. Bye.